G'day, this is Central Coast Newspaper's Weekly News 5 at 5 for the third week of April 2023. In the bulletin this week, Reid talks at the United Nations, big ANZAC Day turnout expected, reinventing pelican feeding at the entrance, the Mariners defy the odds, cool weather gardening and skewered food with Sally Knight and Chef Dan. Now, member for Roberts and Reid has walked out onto the world stage and addressed the United Nations. In New York this week, Reid spoke about Indigenous peoples, human, planetary and territorial health, as well as climate change in what he called a rights-based approach. A full report will be on our news website and in next week's paper. And of course, thousands of people are expected to flock to Tuesday's ANZAC Day services across the region. Those major services again will be held at Davistown, Doyleston, Empire Bay, Gosford, Ourimbah, Terrigal, the Entrance, Toukley, Woy Woy and Wyong. In addition, a broad series of local services will be held in numerous localities, including Hardy's Bay and in the stadium at Gosford, where a salute to the Anzacs will again be performed by Coast Opera Australia at sundown. Now, an extensive rundown of services can be found on our website and in this week's newspaper. Now, until COVID, the daily pelican feed at the entrance waterfront was one of the Central Coast's most popular tourist attractions, though a council spokesman said the pelican feed had undergone a comprehensive review with wildlife experts and was deemed not in the interests of the health of the pelicans involved, unquote. Now, Central Coast Council is calling on local businesses and groups to submit a proposal to develop what they call a pelican experience at the entrance. Those who would like to meet and discuss the opportunity prior to submitting a proposal need to register their interest by next Wednesday, April 26. Full proposals are due on Sunday, May 4. Now, the Mariners have again proved that they, quote, won't back down with an impressive display of heartfelt football against the A-League's dominant club, Melbourne City, at Gosford's Industry Group Stadium on Saturday. The final score was only 1-1, with the Mariners' goal coming late in the second half after a tumultuous battle by the home side to prove its motto's worthiness. Mariners coach Nick Montgomery was relieved, if not happy, saying after the game,
"Probably be happy tomorrow." I thought, towards the end then we had some real clear-cut chances to win the game. I thought Mareshi's header, clean header, should have won the game for us, but saying that, they'll probably say the same thing.
Now, with 2 rounds left in the regular season, the Mariners now turn their sights to Saturday against the Newcastle Jets in the F3 Derby, and then they fly off to Adelaide to take on Adelaide United. Success over these two teams would secure a home game in the final series in Gosford. Now let's head over to our garden with our gardening guru.
I'm Sherilyn Darcy and this is the gardening news. There's a big plant and seedling sale at East Gosford Community Garden from 9:30am on Saturday the 22nd of April. They're located on the corner of Henry Parry Drive and Wells Street in East Gosford, and all proceeds go to the garden. A mushroom cultivation workshop hosted by Swamp and Clara's Urban Farm will be held at Ento Park in Summersby on Saturday the 29th of April from 10am. You can find more details at swampcentralcoast.com.au.
Now, all of this week's 41 local stories can be found on our local news website, coastcommunitynews.com.au, or listen to our bulletins on Radio 93.3 FM at 10:30am and 2:30pm every day, or find us on your phone's Google News and Apple News apps. And of course, follow us on our socials for updates throughout the week. And we leave you this week with a little taste of skewered food, thanks to Chef Daniel's next guest on A Pinch of Salt, playwright Sally Knight.
I have the wonderful privilege and honour to introduce you to the queen of the stage, Sally Knight. A good day to you.
Good day to you too. Yeah. Oh, Chef Daniel, I'm so excited.
This is going to be amazing. This is completely inspired to what you cook for the kids, or what you used to cook for the kids. What do you call it?
Things on sticks.
Right, so I took that away and I'm like, I've got to put a thing on a stick and it's going to be amazing, but I'm going to blow your mind. Just the way you blew my mind when the first time I met you and you were creating a show for Vegas.
I was, yes, I still am. I know, it's MILF the musical, but it's mother influencer like follow.
Right, nice and simple, Rosemary. What we're going to do is we get them nice and hard, right, on the end, and then we're just going to simply take off the pieces, but leave the tip. And then what we've got is our stick. that we're going to fold our prawn onto. So then the flavour of the actual rosemary will bleed right through.
I'm David Abrahams for Central Coast Newspapers. Have a great weekend and thanks again for tuning in.